With the pieces y'all lost just from last season, what's kind of been the challenges and the mission for y'all up front this spring?
Just get a lot of guys, reps at different positions, try to work on get some depth, get some versatility in offensive line, especially with us right now being down a bunch of guys.
With Jake Dorton leading the season's in and then John Garrison coming in, I think, right before the bowl game, how tough was that adjustment to make? And how has that adjustment kind of been since then under that coach?
It was pretty tough, but the GA, Hunter McKay, he did a great job, keeping us kind of, high spirits and stuff. And then Coach Garrison come in, he was just kind of there to help out. And it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Any of the new guys sticking out to you?
Vic's looking really good. Q's looking really good, I would say. And then Reese is having a pretty good training camp. So,
what improvements are you trying to make this spring, and have you fulfilled those in your eyes?
Yeah, I would say so. I'm trying to work on some flexibility and stuff, and then working on my hands a little bit in pass pro.
Getting one of the more up-close looks, just how have you kind of seen Spencer and Walker kind of in this battle with Jackson?
Mm-hmm. They're all three looking pretty good, honestly. Jackson, he's improved a lot. He's looking really good right now. And it'd be interesting to see what happens going on into the summer and fall camp.
What improvements have you or just the line itself seen from Jax? I know a lot of people have said he's kind of taken some steps forward in y'all season.
He's become a lot more of a vocal leader and stuff. He's, second year in the system. He's getting really comfortable and with the offense, and he's becoming a lot more vocal and getting a lot of guys lined up, a lot of new freshmen and stuff, new transfers. So he's really taking over that leadership role there.
We were talking about the transition to John Garrison, just him specifically, I guess. What's kind of been the biggest thing that you've taken him away from him so far?
He's very, very big into details. He's very, he slows down the meetings a lot, and he'll take 10, 15 minutes just on one play, 2 or 3 plays here and there, just to really emphasize, what we're focusing on. We're just one day at a time, try to get better at one thing every day.
Do you think Jackson sort of got motivated by the other quarterbacks coming in? Obviously, you continue to recruit depth and that kind of thing, but do you think for him it kind of put a chip on his shoulder a little bit this spring? It looks like he's maybe played with even more intensity in the spring than maybe he did a year ago.
Yeah, I agree. I think, with Coach Kiffin going out and being, obviously a great recruiter and getting those type of level guys to come in the quarterback room, he kind of saw that as a challenge, and he's really stepped up, and like I say, he's really improved his game a lot.
Just going back to the people running behind you, Ulysses Bentley kind of having that season last year where injuries, hampered a lot of things on his end. Just in his second year here, I guess, have you seen him kind of take the next step and really take the challenge of, being a more heavily a contributor this season?
Yeah, he's having a really good spring as well. He obviously broke that hand last year, and now he's playing and he's doing really well. And now he's the old guy in the room, and he's kind of taking over, him and Quinshawn, and they're both doing really well.
Thanks, Caleb.
Thank you.